everyone, this is Marcella, and on this episode of Their Story Told, we're here to talk with the owner of Twisted Root to learn about his burger making process, and maybe he'll share a couple secrets in the kitchen. Who knows? Come join us. A place where come as you are is the dress code, and freshly made to order high quality hamburgers is the norm. Founder Chef Jason Boso and co-owner Chef Quincy Hart continue a hands-on approach with a sense of humor. Twisted Root Burger Company has over 18 locations and still growing. So tell me a little bit about how Twisted Root got its name. Let's talk about that.
How Twisted Root got its name. A lot of people ask me that because it is a funky name, and I wanted it to be funky, and I also wanted a little bit of mystery behind it, but the origin is a culinary origin. An onion, potato is a root vegetable. We cut those things up and do many different things. French fries, onion rings, a bunch of other things we do with them on our burgers. And so I just call it Twisted Root. The twisted part comes from that maybe we're a little bit twisted too.
After getting fired from his previous job in finance and at an advertising agency, Jason Boso decided to go after his passion and enter culinary school, where he met Quincy Hart. Putting their skills to real-life work at the Four Seasons and Pappas Brothers, they both decided their real passion lies in fast casual dining with a twist. Open a gourmet hamburger restaurant where customers can build their own half-pound, fresh ground burgers with a crazy and inventive toppings in a casual, fun atmosphere.
So that's a buffalo burger with pepper jack.
Not only is Jason passionate about the food, quality, and customer experience, but he's also passionate about his team and the value they bring to Twisted Root.
I pride myself as a business owner in not being so selfish that the business comes before my people. I try to make all my decisions as my people first before profits. And ultimately that may be selfish because I think in the long run that'll actually make me more money in thinking people first, but it first does come from, I want to treat people better because that's how I want to be treated, and I remember being in their job and not being treated well, so there may be some employees watching this like you, but I hope there's a lot more that are saying Jason does do that for us.
What do you try to instill in your employees that sets you apart from other restaurants?
I try to instill into my employees just desire to please. That's a hard thing to do because a lot of people it's just built in them. But when I say desire to please, it's when a customer walks in, you want them to have a good time. You want them to leave and like you and like the place.
If you're thinking about starting your own restaurant, what's better advice than hearing from the guy with 18 locations?
The advice I'd give to anyone trying to start their own restaurant is to get that out of your head immediately. Run, go get a job that is consistent and safe. There is some truth, I'm joking, but there is some truth to that. This is a very difficult business, and it's actually getting harder. It is satisfying when you're successful in that you made it, you accomplished the goal, you finished the race. But getting there is a lot of training and a lot of toughness, and a lot of people don't make it. That's the only reason I say turn around and run, because 7 out of 10 don't get there. With that said, if you're still determined, it can be very satisfying. Unlike a lot of other jobs, you get to watch people come in and leave every day happy. You get to see what you do and how it affects people every single day. Not a lot of jobs can provide that, and that makes this pretty satisfying. Little Bo Peep, we found your sheep, and we cooked it. Come get your burger.
Not only do they offer Wagyu beef, buffalo, turkey, and a vegan option, but they also offer exotic meats such as venison, elk, boar, and lamb, to name a few.
The thing I'm most proud of here is that we have made an exclusive contract with a buffalo ranch and the rancher. So we essentially have our own buffalo ranch about 35 miles from here. When we call them, they go, okay, they go out on the ranch, they use a silencer rifle, they shoot the buffalo, they go out and field dress it, they put it in the truck, and they hang it in their on-site dehydration and butchery, and then they bring it straight here, man. It's one of my most proud things. Oh, us specifically, yeah. They don't sell to anyone else, they just sell to us, so I'm glad you're ordering it.
Jason gives us an all-access pass into the Twisted Root kitchen where he shares his secrets behind the grill. So we're in the back of Twisted Root. This is awesome, in the kitchen where all the secret and the magic happens. Jays, tell us what's happening. What's going to happen here?
I feel like we're on MTV Cribs, and this is where all the magic happens. Some of the secrets I'm going to let you in on. Don't tell anybody.
Okay, secret. My lips are sealed.
These are 400 4-inch thick grates that come down on top of the burger and caramelize and cook both sides of it equally. Why do we do that? So that you can get a burger quicker out there, but also the caramelization does work a little bit better that way. The melting of the cheese works a little bit better that way. Right here we have Wagyu. Wagyu is that Japanese brand of cow that is a really fatty cow. So this is a premium burger. The reason it looks so light, because all the fat in it.
Okay.
Here is buffalo, the buffalo from that farm I told you about. It's much darker because it's about 95% fat-free. So there's only about 5% fat in this, and there's about 30% fat in that.
That's why I love the Wagyu so much.
That's why you love it so much. So let's try a buffalo burger. So, you know, this is a fresh ground piece of meat. We will put it on the grill, and we're making the patty like an old school cook might press it down with a spatula. We're pressing it down with a grill. So it slowly forms its shape, and it's getting cooked on both sides. Now here is the secret. This is actually something I'm very proud of. What is the second most important part of a burger, right? The salt and the pepper, right? And that has to be done right. You can get it too far, you can get it too little, and you can get it too early in the burger. Never ever salt your burgers early. One of the problems in this type of system is you're leaving salting up to a very busy grill cook, right? You don't want him. It becomes an improper measure of the salt. So I beat the system. They invented a salt to solve the problem of this for sausages, for uncured sausages. And it is a salt encapsulated in vegetable fat. So the salt is not actually curing or doing its natural beautifulness yet until that vegetable fat comes off of the salt. What breaks down vegetable fat? You tell me.
Heat?
Heat!
Yes!
Yes! Heat!
Okay, yes!
Better wash your hands after that. We have incorporated that salt inside of our burgers to our recipe, and it's not curing or changing the protein of the meat yet until it gets on the grill, and the heat has reduced that vegetable fat, and now I have a completely seasoned all the way through to a recipe.
That's so cool.
Burger. Now this is
amazing.
This is a buffalo meat burger, which cooks a lot quicker because there's not enough fat. Fat slows down the cooking process. So this is probably a little pink right in the middle, but with lots of beautiful caramelization on the outside of this buffalo burger.
Looks beautiful.
To finish the process, say you wanted cheese, you're getting pepper jack on this.
Awesome.
The grill cook will move it over here, and he'll measure that time and temperature. That's where his expertise comes in, and managing this whole part of the grill. This is just a little trick of how to make cheese melt a little bit quicker. You might put a little steam to that, and that'll accelerate the process of melting cheese.
Voila! Here we go, the Twisted Root burger. The Twisted Root cooking process is used throughout all locations, which keeps the quality and flavor consistently delicious. What do you think about your own burger? Yes! Your Twisted Root order may come out fast, but did you know their French fries take up to 24 hours to prepare?
So our French fries are very much a labor of love. In other words, it's a pain in the ass to get to where we want to be, but we want to do it, and that's the way we like our fries, so we do it. What we do is we first take our Idaho potatoes, russets, and we punch them. And they go into a large vat of water, and they will sit there overnight in that water. And that's bringing out all the starch of the potato in order to get a crispy, fluffier potato. Then when that comes off, it'll go onto a rack into the refrigerator. Refrigerator is a dehydrator. So it is still taking more moisture out of the French fries, allowing for browning and crisping better when they go into the fryer. That will take another between 12 and 24 hours. Then that fry, when it's ready after this day and a half to 2 days, will get blanched at a high temperature, 375 to 400 degrees for between 1 and 2 minutes. Then that fry will come out of the fryer, back onto the rack, back into the refrigerator for storage until we want to quick fry them for the customer. So it needs to go back into the refrigerator for another 2 to 24 hours. Then that fry finally comes out, goes into a 350 degree fryer for 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to get to your face. It's a lot of work for a fry. You better love it.
His way of cooking burgers and his 24-hour French fry process is unique in itself, but Jason wanted to set his restaurants apart, so he provides 4 to 7 variations of pickles, and the best part is, it's free to the customer.
As an entrepreneur, you should be thinking, and if you entrepreneurs are watching, you probably are thinking, how do I make my product different than the others? And I simply went through that process in every part of the standard burger joint. And Pickles, I thought, was a big opportunity to present something unique and different. There's so many variations of pickles, even across cultures, there's different variations of pickles. So I just went through the long process of finding my own pickling brines that I really liked to get to the 4 to 7 different flavors that we present to you. We present it free. You can try them all different. You can use the pickles as an appetizer, which I often do. You can examine the different pickle to the different burger and figure out which is your favorite.
Fantastic.
Me, I'm bread and butter freak. I need my bread and butter pickle.
Jason has even found another way to provide value to the customer by partnering up with a local soda maker to make customized flavors.
I want more than just the standard soda on every grocery store shelf. So I partnered with a company called Oak Cliff Soda Works. The first and foremost, most important thing is it's all real sugar. All sugar cane, so none of the corn syrup or any of those issues, whether you believe it or not. Secondly, we're meeting with him and we'll say something like, okay, we'd like to try cherry cream root beer, and he'll go through some recipes and we'll taste that, and then we'll provide that for a limited time offering in all of our stores. So I find that both fascinating as a chef to learn how to do the soda process, and then, you know, egotistically, it's fun to present that to our customers as something you can only get at Twisted Root.
Ding! So I know you have a specific way of letting people know their burger's ready. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we are fast casual restaurants, so you do have to go through the line, order your burger at a counter. And when you do that in many fast casual restaurants, or most fast casual restaurants, they give you a beeper or a number. We have to go through that process here, but as an entrepreneur, how could I make that process different? And in a heavy drinking night, I thought, I'm not gonna give them a number, I'm gonna give them a name. They can be James Bond, they can be Margaret Thatcher, they can be Batman, and that's when they know to come get their burger. So we let everyone have a little fantasy of being James Bond for the day, and it creates a little fun banter at the table prior to their food coming, so it's worked out really well for us. That means Chewbacca, come get your burger.
As you can see, Twisted Root Burger Company isn't your usual burger place. Quality ingredients and a fun atmosphere are their top priority. Check out their website for a location near you. Thank you for watching, and see you at the next story.